Netflix is bringing back a musical legend. Have you guys seen the new Selena series? It's time to talk about it. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Klepcx FM, brought to you by wearecritics.com. And today we are talking about the new Netflix series based on a musical legend. Rest in peace, Miss Selena Quintanilla. And this thing is getting a lot of mixed reviews. I'm seeing so many females like really tearing this thing apart. There's even a meme going around where they're showing a comparison of each Selena in its generation, from the original to J-Lo's movie version and then the new one. And I gotta tell you, the image that they use for the new one, for Miss, what's her name, Christian Serratos, I think her name is. Come on, that's a very bad picture that you guys use. Like, that is not what she looks like. This is what she looks like. And anyone that knows her would be a Walking Dead fan, because she is Rosita from The Walking Dead. And I gotta tell you, based off of what I know her from doing and then seeing the Selena series, huge difference. And I think the girl has range, and I think she's very talented. Did I love or hate this series? Let me tell you this, right? So, to me, it looks like they recasted in comparison to the movie. And what I mean by that is it looks like the new casting, everyone kind of resembles, they all resemble the people from the movie. Christian, she kind of resembles J-Lo a lot. Suzette, the sister, resembles the one from the movie. The brother, even the dad, like, almost looks like everyone from the movie to this. Which I don't feel like the movie was that on point with the real life. I mean, it was good, it wasn't that bad, but I feel like it was still a little off from what they really look like in person, as far as looks wise. But I gotta tell you, it's literally the same story. It's the same story as the movie, except it's slower. The movie pretty much brushes through the life and times of Selena, and it pays off with, you know, the tragic ending of the story. But I think that this one here takes its time, and you get a little bit more of who Selena was, because there were a lot of things about her that I didn't learn in the movie that I learned in the series. And for example, like, she's Mexican American. Yes, she loved her culture and she was all about where she was from, but she was very much American. She was influenced by American pop music, Whitney Houston, Jody Watley, anything from that time, that era, Madonna. She was very, very much into the pop culture, and I thought that was cool. And another cool thing about, because it was relatable, another cool thing about the story of the show is that the backdrop, the music that they would play in the background, was all those type of songs. Like, it was like you were getting a sense of who she was through the background music. It pulled me in because, yeah, I remember it kind of felt like Pose. Like, when you watch Pose, anyone that's seen Pose, the backdrop, the music, it puts you in that era of that time of when things were going on. And that to me was like, it pulled me in immediately. Like, I was like, oh, okay. So I remember that song, and, you know, it shows that who she was. This is the type of music that she was influenced by. She barely spoke her language, her native language, and she was very much American in that sense. And she learned and progressed to be able to speak Spanish as she got older, and did Spanish music, but she always wanted to do an American music, which we got a little bit of that in the movie, but this series shows how much more she wanted it, and how much her father Abraham wanted it for her. I gotta tell you, I like the series, and I think that the series should not have been called Selena. I think that the series should have been called Quintanilla, about the family, because a lot of it is about the family. Yes, we get it. Selena's a draw. She's a star. We know what they were up to, how they even got on the road, how they even got the record deals. How we got that, but we already got that story. I feel like we got that story through the movie with J-Lo, but this one, Jennifer Lopez. But this one really, really touches on the family aspect. And I'm gonna assume that that was very highly influenced by Suzette, Selena's sister, because she is an executive producer on the series. So when you watch it, you really get an idea of who Selena's father was and the role that he played. He is like what Joe Jackson should have been. And if anyone of you guys that know Joe Jackson or don't know Joe Jackson, that's the Jackson 5's dad, Michael Jackson's father, who was said to be a tyrant, very, very stern and very abusive at times when it came to how professional and how hard they worked. Selena's dad had those same qualities, but this story paints him as very motivating, very hard, but there's a method to his madness, and you feel for him. You feel for all of them. You get a sense of, I could be that too. I could do that too. Or, yeah, listen to dad. Like, you want to cheer him on because so far the way he steers them, he's never wrong. He has never been wrong. Like, yeah, it may be a little unorthodox of his style, or, you know, maybe he may be hard to work with, but everything that he does was for the family, and that's very much showcased in this series. And you get a little bit of everybody's background. You get the brother AB, and his family struggles on having children while on the road. You get a lot of that. This is things that you didn't get in the movie. Suzette, her struggle between everybody kind of living their lives around her, and her feeling like all she's ever given to was the band. She's given everything to the band, but everybody else is, you know, pretty much living their lives. You got AB with a baby, and then Selena meets I can't remember his name, but she meets her future man and things like that. So you see her dealing with that and feeling like everything's gonna crumble because all you guys want to do is live your lives. Like, you feel everything. You feel the wins. You feel the ups. You feel the downs. I thoroughly enjoyed this series. One thing I did not enjoy about this series is how it ends. There's 9 episodes, and they're very, very digestive. They're only 26 to 30 minutes long, maybe 33 the most, which is cool. I like that. The whole hour format can get a little mundane and like wear you down by the time you get to like episode 4. Can't do more than 3 of those in a day usually. But I was able to binge this in one day. I watched the whole series, and the ending was a little abrupt, and they cut it in a place where, for most of you who've seen the movie and already know, you're gonna be like, damn, you ended it here? I would have much rather they ended it on somewhere where we didn't know something we didn't know about Selena or the family, and then that way it would definitely bring us back, because I feel like we already know where the story's going to go, where they ended it. But there will be a season 2, I'm assuming. It's not bad of a series. I don't see Netflix not bringing this back for viewership. Like, they're not going to be like, stop it where they stopped it and be like, yeah, we're going to cancel the series. They would give it one more series at least to wrap it up. I hate that I know what happens. I hate that I know how this thing ends, because I feel like, you know what I would really like to see? I would be okay with this. I don't know how you guys feel about this. You can let me know, but I would rather they take any celebrity that we tragically lost within, I don't care how far back, and just kind of play with reality and give us a story about what if, you know, like Marvel does. What if they lived on during the prime of their career? I would love to see that. Like, I kind of don't want to see the tragic ending in this thing. I would much rather have like a rewrite and kind of go fictional and kind of tell the story of what may or may not have happened if Selena we didn't lose her. Because her story is beautiful and she had a beautiful voice. Like, her English music was popping. Like, I'm not gonna lie, she literally could have been the next Gloria Estefan, as they say in the movie and as they say in the series. It's very, very emotional ride, this series. So I urge people to check it out. I watched it on, I think I watched it on a Saturday. Yeah, it wasn't a Sunday afternoon kind of thing. It was a Saturday afternoon kind of thing, and I digested it all. I digested it well. I thought, you know, it was, knowing the movie and then watching this play out, you get a sense of, okay, all right, I see why this was like that and like this was like that. They give you a little bit more than 2 hours could give you, and that's what makes this series win. People are crying about the casting, but you know what? People cried about the casting of the movie because they casted a Puerto Rican to play a Mexican. Well, you know what? Christian is she is Mexican, so now you really don't have nothing to compare or cry about. They're keeping it as true as they can in today's society because we know representation matters now. So they had to get it right, and I think she does a phenomenal job. I think everyone does a phenomenal job. I'm curious to see how, what they do when they wrap it up. Like I said, I hope they kind of play with reality a little bit, but they may not. But yeah, I think Selena is a certified 3 out of 5, maybe 3.5 actually. Check it out. And let me know what you guys thought, whether you hated it, whether you loved it, whether I'm on par, you just disagree completely, and tell me what your issues are with it, because other than the hair, because a lot of people were complaining about her hairdo and her hairstyle. Like, that's not what I'm looking at when I'm watching it. Well, actually, yeah. But on that note, I'm going to let you guys go. Make sure you like, comment, share, and definitely subscribe. And for more movie, television news, and new trailers, guys, make sure you check out wearecritics.com, and I will talk to you all later. Peace.